Okay, this may end up going late, just because I'm recording 10 minutes later because I wanted to finish the episode of Luke Cage I was watching. I could have, recorded this an hour ago and then watched the episode afterward, but, we were kind of into it. So I just kept going and I was like, hey, fuck it. I mean, if I make it like 15 minutes, then it may end up going on time, but I don't know. I think that's just. I think I should make some sort of sacrifice. There's no sound? Oh, no, there is sound. Uh. When did I do that? I must have done that just before record. Because I knew, last time I would have played this, I would have had the sound off. Because we would have been watching some shit. So, I don't know. But, goodness, yeah. I have been watching more Luke Cage. Fantastic show. Fantastic show. I don't know if I mentioned, but my dad thought it was a bit boring at first, but now he's way into it too. Really good. We need to watch Jessica Jones as well. We kind of skipped over that one because we watched what was it, Daredevil, and then second season of Daredevil, and now we're Luke Cage. Because I wasn't as interested in Jessica Jones. I mean, it's probably good. I'm told that they're all pretty good, but I was also told that Jessica Jones maybe not as good, and then somebody else was like, oh no, super good, and then I was like, ooh, whose opinion do I trust more? And then I was like, I should probably just find my own. So that's, what we're gonna do. Now that we have the, good Netflix and shit running, that's all good. I'm gonna take a sip of this water because it's near me. I drink a shit ton of water. I have to. I get up and then I pee and then I refill my glass of water and then I drink the water and then I get up and then I pee again. It's weird, but that's been happening. No, it's great. I just like to drink a lot of water. I've gotten into the habit of drinking a lot of water because I do these videos. So I'm like, I need to drink water to keep my throat all not gross. And then I just now drink a shit ton of water. Also, there's something about the water here that's just fantastic. There's almost no difference in anything wherever you go. Some states will claim to have really good tap water, and I'm just like, okay, cool. I think my sister lived in Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky for a while, and she's back now. But she really likes that place. She still considers that home after living there for a few years. It's where her boyfriend and her other dogs are still. But she says that the water there is just the best, and then Kentucky girls have the clearest skin because they have the best water. And I'm just like, sure, okay. I've been there once. The first time she ever moved in, we went with her, and we kept her some company for a while. She stayed at her own place that she bought. We stayed at a hotel because there wasn't enough room in her place. But I don't particularly remember anything about water. I don't think I drank any tap water at all while I was there, but maybe if I did, perhaps I would have been, I don't know, impressed. Had some sort of revelation, maybe. Decided I wanted to stay with her specifically because her water was so good. Although back then I didn't care as much about water. Back then that would have been before I even recorded. So far, since starting this, I've been on 2 vacations total. And I did a different thing for each, but for each I had videos going up each time, so I do remember having to do those. Well, for each time I asked people to give me topics to talk about, because I was like, if I need to do what I normally do 4 times in one night, it'll just get really boring by the end of it. So I was just like, give me a topic, let me talk about it. In the first run around, it went pretty well. It was like somebody was like, do a review on VC and talk about all that, and there was another guy. Dave wanted me to talk about something I hated because Dave likes that, and there was visual novels. Somebody was like, talk about visual novels. So that was all super cool. And then the second go around, We got garbage. somebody somebody told me to talk about like Harambe and 9/11 and this, what the hell else was there? I don't remember. I just remember there were terrible suggestions. I was like, what the hell is this? Come on. Like, this is your fault. But no, it was fun. It was especially fun. The thing that really made it up for that time, though, is because Dave refers to these particular videos as Thunder Fetish. Because that night there was an amazing thunderstorm going on, and I was super distracted through the whole thing, right? Because I started the video, or the very first episode that I did, and I had this lightning and this thunder, and I was just like, this is the best thing in the world. And I was just talking about whatever the fuck. And then throughout the next episodes, whenever any lightning hit, I was immediately super distracted, and I was like, holy shit, big ass lightning struck. This is beautiful. So Dave really likes that. We both really like storms. Thunderstorms are fucking beautiful to watch. Which, really helps with having or giving reason for the outro, of course, being Song of Storms with, those lightning and shit or whatever. That's super fun. The real reason for that outro being that outro is just because we wanted it to be. Because one of my fans in the old chat, when I made a kick chat, and then I told people to join that, one of the dudes who joined that, Sarix, it turned out he was pretty damn good at guitar. Hey, what's up? What do you need? Myself. You don't know I do this? No? Jamie, you don't talk about me enough. I'm making videos, dude. You really didn't know I did that?
No, I just thought you were going crazy.
No. I'm making a YouTube video right now.
I was like, oh, okay, he was talking about it, but then I was like, wait a minute, he's talking about Holly. If he's talking to his dad, and his dad knows about Holly. Like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I make YouTube videos, man.
I wasn't going crazy.
I told you about this. You know that I do this.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Get the hell out of here. Watch your movie. That was my sister's boyfriend. I've talked about him before, too. But yeah, they're in the other room watching Dark Knight or something. I usually... it makes me a little biased that I'll mentioning it, but because whenever I record upstairs, I'm always like talking about my brother, because he'll be roaming around, and I'll get like super quiet. I'll be like, oh, my brother, I don't want him to, and then I'm just here in the other room talking in my regular tone, not giving a shit that my sister and her boyfriend are hearing me, just because they're super cool people. But whatever. Is the dog run away? Oh, the dog went back in her room when he opened the door. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Harambe? No, I briefly touched on Harambe in that I mentioned I did a video on that, which was really terrible. No, the Thunder Fetish thing. Oh, the whole story there. Yeah, so that was, yeah, this guy joined the kick chat, and we were just talking, and he was pretty good at guitar, and we were just talking about that, and he showed me some music that he had made on the computer and shit, and I still get this song stuck in my head. It doesn't seem like he's super proud of it, but I don't know why, it just hits the right chord with me. And I'm just like, this song kicks ass. It's called, what's it called? No Way Out. I think it's on SoundCloud. It's by, I think he's like Nitemere, I think is his name on that. I'll probably link it because I really like it. I don't know if anybody else really likes it. I tried to show it to my one friend who's really good, or really into, I don't know why I said, really good. No, I don't know why I said really good, because he's really into, right? He's really into that whole thing that I just said. So dumb, right? Because I said the wrong thing, and then I tried to say the right thing, and then I tried to say, I don't know why I said the wrong thing. And then I was like, I don't need to say that. So I tried to continue from the right thing, but because I didn't finish the thing where I said, I don't know why I said the wrong thing, I said the wrong thing instead. Fuck. No, he's really into the techno and shit. We have a pretty similar music taste. Although I have not met anyone ever who has the exact same music taste as me. There is some shit that is just way out of left field that I'm into. And like, you know, there'll be people that are very close, and then I'm just like, how about this thing? And they're like, what the fuck is this? And I'm just like, oh, guess we can't be friends. No, of course it's not that severe. But no, I showed it to him, and he hasn't gotten back to me on that, so either he didn't listen to it, or he listened to it and didn't want to say anything. Because I told him that my friend had made it, and that I liked it, so he could have just been like, I'm not going to tell him that I think it's shit, so I'm just not going to talk about it. I don't know if he thinks about things that much, but, no, it's great. But no, so, back to the story that started that whole thing. We were just talking about music and stuff, and I was like, dude, you should make an outro for me. And he was like, okay, you know, maybe I'll do that. And then he was just like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. And you know, like, so that went nowhere. And then I had done a video at my dad's house. I had done a video where I was playing Nintendo music in the background. I had done this for like 2 or 3 days, maybe, like through a weekend, because I was playing on my 3DS, because I usually bring my 3DS, or I used to at least. I still do, but I don't play on it as much. I had played on it then because the internet was shitty, so there was nothing to do besides that. I wonder if they just turn the volume up because I'm still doing this. Because that feels kind of loud. I feel like that might be picked up by the mic. But no, so I was playing like Zelda music and shit, and I was just like, this song, and I played Gerudo Valley because I was like, this is the best goddamn thing, and it was the area that I was already in, and I was just like, listen to this shit, and I put it on loop, and I was just like, this is the best thing, and he was like super agreeing with me. And we were just talking about all that shit. And then I was just like, hey dude, you know, instead of doing an outro, why don't you just cover like a Zelda song, and then we'll do like that. And he's just like, oh, alright, I don't know, which one do you want me to do? And I was just like, Song Storms. Do Song Storms. Song Storms is great. And I think probably at the time as well, I was listening to a Song of Storms remix that I really liked called Thunderstruck by Big Circles and somebody else. I don't remember, but it was a team effort. And I was just like, this is cool as shit. So I was like, do a cover of Song of Storms. And it has been that song for, I don't know, almost a year. I don't remember the specific episode where I made and where I made the outro there. But you know, I started editing the videos because of that whole outro thing, because I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll put an outro in there. The picture itself was made in like 5 seconds to accompany this song, because the idea was like, I want an outro song from this guy who's a fan, because I really like the idea of people making things for me. So I was just like, fuck yeah, get this song, and then I was just like, oh, I have to put up a visual, so I just made the stupidest shit in the world. But the one we got now, I really like. Well, the one we got now is like a weird version of the one it was before, because it completely took out everything. Because the one that I upload now is almost completely blank except for the picture and the thing at the top that says thanks for watching, and then Dave puts the annotations on there because they're cool now. But I still like that picture a lot more than the picture I chose before. Like I just chose a random ass storm thing, and I wrote something like, what I wrote, like, you just watched a Dilligaff video? Now subscribe if you dare. Like, what the fuck is this? Just laugh remembering it. But yeah, so that was that. That was the old outro, and that would still be in most of the videos of the first season, which I don't know if I mentioned this here, but I am actually planning on getting rid of that eventually, because I had this little exchange on Juagu's channel in his comment section, where this guy was talking about what Jua did on his video, where he just did a off script kind of thing where he was just talking about whatever the fuck, and he was like, "This is kind of cool. It's like a let's play thing." And I was just like, "Hey man, I do that. Check out my videos sometime." And his response was like, "Well, you just do your videos to talk about what you're doing in the game and stuff." And I was just like, "Wait, I do that? I do?" And then I realized that he had watched the first video. He had went and he had seen these hundreds of videos, and he had went to the playlist and watched the very first one, which is a terrible idea, because I watched it and I was like, "This video is atrocious. It is garbage," because the things I say in that video don't at all describe what I do now. If you want to start from the beginning, start from the first episode of the second season. But not the very first episode. The very first video anyone does is terrible. So I was just like, what the hell is this? And even a lot of the videos at the start and then throughout that, I just didn't like. So, I mentioned it to Dave, and he hasn't gotten around to getting rid of those, because he's lazy as shit and doesn't do anything. But, we'll do that eventually, probably. More of this water, please. Fantastic. Oh, God. I'm just looking at my watch and I'm like, okay, end this now and then be able to upload it on time, or actually let it have some semblance of a regular duration. What is this? What is this mess? Come on. Okay, just barely. Okay. Oh, for those curious what I'm doing here, I am very, 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 very slowly leveling this bitch on the right here. She's kind of garbage, but she'll have a lot of attack. So I'm just leveling her up because I don't really care much to do anything else, and because she's going to be in the hammer team, see? So I'm just making sure that my URs that are in the hammer team have, leveled so that they can actually add to the attack value proper. So I gotta do her eventually as well, and maybe her. Well, when I get a second one, then I'll work on actually doing her. But yeah, that's what's happening here. Also got an HSR of this Gallerino over here, and then a super rare of her. So I need a second one of that, and then I can put those together to make Lilith. And Lilith, of course, would replace Hawkeye? Eagle Eye? Hawkeye? Yeah, Hawkeye. And then a second Lilith would combine with that other Lilith, and then definitely replace. I don't know if one Lilith would replace this Hawkeye. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember what her skill is when there's only one of her. But, a little low on vitality. Wait, it's 10 o'clock. That doesn't matter. I always forget that, because it doesn't matter through 23 hours of the day. But yeah. So, Juagu, I mentioned him. I haven't gotten back to that whole thing in a long time, because, he actually did talk to me. And right there, I went completely silent about the whole matter, because, what I was doing, I was calling him out, kind of, just trying to talk about him enough, trying to get other people to mention my name to him. And then, as soon as he had responded to something, I just completely dead on it. But that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But now it's like it's a really slow process. All right. I usually go silent on this kind of things, because I don't like to talk about projects or anything, or upcoming things that may happen. But I feel like it's been so long that I have to say something. But at least, like, we're making some progress. It's like a weird thing with the Google or the YouTube private message thing, or maybe it just doesn't work well on mobile, because I know he uses his phone to record. I don't know if he checks YouTube on his computer or not, but pretty sure he uses his phone to record. But he's just been always really slow to get back to me on things. So I asked for like his email or his Skype, and I got I wanted his email because I wanted him to contact him on Hangouts, and you could just get somebody on Hangouts through Gmail, and he gave me a not Gmail. So it makes me wonder, like, how do you make his YouTube if you didn't make it with the Gmail? Maybe they changed the system to where you don't need a Gmail. But he said he couldn't get Hangouts to work, so he did give me his Skype. So I messaged him on that, but he hasn't responded to that yet. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But I do know that he is on the other side of the world. So he is 13 hours ahead of me. So when I look at the time, if I switch from PM to AM and then add an hour, or AM to PM and then add an hour, then I know what time it is where he is. So it is a little hard to coordinate something with somebody like that. With somebody that far away, at least. But I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. It doesn't seem like he's disinterested. He's like kind of cool with the idea. He's just not like super on board that he needs to do it right now. And that's his fault. He doesn't understand how awesome it'll be. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm still excited because I'm trying to watch his videos now so that I can have something to say in the comments and remind him that I exist. So I'm doing that, and he was talking about how many people still play it, how many people still play VC, and like what Minet's done and shit like that. And I'm like, dude, we could so have a fucking nice long chat about that. So now I'm trying to make that happen with a bit more effort than before. So if that happens, it'll happen. I probably won't talk about it again until it happens, because again, I don't like talking about that. But I felt like it's been so long that I might as well give a little update. But I do want to end this episode now because it's, about as long as I would like it to be with the whole internet situation. Although, I mean, the internet isn't terrible, but it's slightly worse. I don't know. It'll probably actually just go up on time. And I'm just being paranoid or something. We'll see. Take care of yourself.